Hey, what's going on? Rakeem Madison here, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to quickly increase your cash flow using some real simple strategies that, not too many people are talking about. All right, so with that being said, if you're super excited to learn exactly how to do that, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button if you want to learn how to build a long, sustainable business that will eventually give you the freedom you deserve. Also, tick that bell icon to be notified so that anytime I release any new videos, you get them automatically right here on the channel. All right, so with that being said, first things first, we're going to go over here and I'm going to break the whole process down. Now, if you guys been watching me for some time, you know that I'm in the military. I've been in the military for the last 7 years now, and I'm just going to kind of go over the process that most of us go through every single month, okay? All right, so here we go. This B right here stands for bring home pay, okay? We get paid and we have a certain amount. Of course, we have the before taxes and then we have after taxes. So this is what we bring home. Now, at this point, what most of us are doing is we're paying our expenses, okay? So after we have our amount for this, we have the amount of expenses that we have in a month, and then what we have left over, which is what this L stands for, left over, that is considered your cash flow. So after you've paid off all of your expenses and discretionary things as well, that's your cash flow. That's the amount you have. Now, there are people who are in the negative. They have nothing after they pay bills. There's people that have 100, 200, 500, 1,000. Some people have way more than that. But of course, those are people who are already implementing some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. All right. All right. So now that we've went over the process, now I'm going to show you guys my actual finances so you can get an idea, of how this whole process works. All right. All right, so let's go. And the way that I've done it is I broke it into first half of the month and second half of the month. All right, so we're going to start with the first half of the month. So these are my actual expenses, just so you can, you can get an idea of pretty much what I'm working with, so you can see how this whole process works. All right, so here we go. All right, so these are the expenses for the first half of the month. Now, this is actually recent. I actually do this every 2 weeks. I'll pretty much kind of look over my finances and see, okay, based on what I'm going to get paid, then I'll go ahead and I do this I'll just kind of lay it out every 2 weeks. All right. Now, May 1st, so you can see this is recent. So this is for this month. So as you can see, the total Army check, this is the check that I received from the Army, right? I get paid every 2 weeks. Now, this was the check that I received. Now, this is the total amount of expenses. So that's this, all of this added up, which is $1,589.54. Now, all I did was subtract 25, which is what I got paid, and I subtracted the $1,589.54, which the total amount left over is $986.87. So what that means that I have $986.87 left over for the rest of the month, right? To do whatever it is that I need to do, invest in my business, buy some grocery or whatever it is, right? That's $900. All right, now let's go ahead and add on the YouTube income that kicked in for the early of that month, right? So that's 130 that came from YouTube AdSense revenue, okay? Then it was my econ income. That was $49 that I received in the early of that month. Now, if we add these two up, that's $179. So that means that the total left over was $986 plus this income right here. That brings me to $1,165.87 in cash flow, meaning not only do I have $986, I have $1,100 to do whatever it is that I need to do for the rest of the month until the next paycheck. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the second portion of the month. So the second half of the month, because we get paid the 1st and the 15th. All right, so here we go. So these are all the expenses for the second half of the month. Now you're probably looking like, okay, this one was a lot, it was a lot smaller, well, the amount that I have, but really it's just less numbers but more, okay? So here we go. Let's go down and do the same exact thing. So the total Army check, which is going to be something that I'm going to be receiving in the next couple of days, right? Because remember, I said this is for this actual month. So I'll be receiving this here in a few days or so. All right. And then total expenses for this second half of the month is only $800.26. Okay. So at this point, the total amount left over will be $1,202.47. Okay. Now, at this point, I have residual income that's also going to come in for the second half of the month, pretty much on the same day that I get paid for the military. And that residual income is $874 from my business, okay? Now, at this point is the total after the business income drops. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this. So, when you add up what's left over and you add up the residual income, that brings me back to $2,076.47. Now remember, this is what I'm getting paid. I had to take that away for the amount of expenses, but it came back from the business. This is why I talk so much about not only having one source of income, because what if something happens? Then that's going to put you in a bind, right? And we don't want to be put in a bind. So this is why I always talk about multiple sources of income and how they really pay off. They really do, guys. All right, so boom. $2,076.47. So let's do the math on that. I think it's like a 10. Well, matter of fact, we won't even do the math. But that's about, if I was paid $20.86 and that's $20.76, that's about a little under $10 difference, but I made the money back. So it's almost like I'm going to have a full paycheck's worth after I've paid everything that I need to pay. So can you guys see how powerful it is? You know how beneficial it is to have multiple sources of income coming in, guys, right? It's a big thing and I'll preach that until I'm gone, guys. Multiple sources of income. Now that you've seen my actual my finances for this particular month, now let's talk a little bit about what you can do. Now, think about right now, what can you do? And it can be something simple, right? It may be cutting grass. I'm not going to sit here and recommend you go out there and cut grass, because at the end of the day, if you're working a job, you don't want to be, sacrificing more hours of your time. I recommend starting you an online business, something that's going to pay you, right? And of course, it's going to require a little bit more of your time, but it's not going to be something that's going to just kill you. After you get off work, you're trying to cut grass. You kind of see what I'm saying? So it really just depends on the person. But me personally, I highly recommend starting an online business, working on that online business, building that up your residual income. And let me say that, not just looking for an online business that's just going to pay you like a one-off business where you got to keep hustling. Always look for something that's gonna allow you to build residual income. All right. Now, that was the online business. That was the first thing. I also want to talk about a strategy that I implemented, and that's kind of another reason why I have so much more cash flow, is I corrected my tax withholdings. Okay, when you first got your job, there was a W-4 form that they asked you to fill it out. Now, according to the IRS states that 80% of people fill that form out incorrectly. 80% of people. Now, there's over 8 billion people, 7 or 8 billion, whatever the number is, but 80% of that are filling this form out incorrectly. So since that's the case, that means that you're losing money. Anywhere between $200 to $800 a month is what you're losing in your paycheck currently right now. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but guys, I implemented this myself. I did it. It was back in July 12th of 2018, okay? So last year. And when I implemented this strategy, guys, by my next paycheck, I saw a $305.72 increase in the paycheck, in the first paycheck after I implemented it. Then the next paycheck, another $305.72. So if you do the math, that's $611.24, right, that I'm getting extra every single paycheck because I implemented that simple cash flow strategy and I filled the form out correctly. Right now, if you want to learn exactly, the same exact strategies that I use, there'll be a link down in the description. That link is exactly the program that showed me those financial cash flow strategies. And some of you that are actually subscribed to me, you know exactly what that company is, right? It's a company that goes by the name of My Econ. I continue to use their strategies, right? I have certain mentors within the business that continue to help me increase that even more. There was actually an instance where, most of us, we like with compounding, right? A lot of us, we don't compound everything we do, but I decided, I'm going to compound everything I do, the time and everything. But I said, let's focus on the income first. And when I did that, I cash flowed another $110 because 5 days out of the week I was spending, what was it? It was $27.45 a week. Now, if you multiply $27.45 times 4, that's going to give you about $109, roughly about $110. I cash flowed that because I stopped spending, $5.49 for 5 days out of the week, which was the $27. I then cash flow that, meaning I'm not spending that no more, so that's an extra $100. So that $611 went to almost $800 in cash flow, which you can see, this is my actual finances, guys. I'm not, these aren't fake numbers or anything like that, but you can see that the cash flow is $900 and above every single month that I have, that I'm literally able to invest, whether it's me investing into Bitcoin, or if it's me, putting more towards my emergency fund, or it's me doing whatever it is that I need to do, whether it's invest in my business. And I want to give you the same opportunity that was given to me. So if this sounds like something, that interests you, there's a link down below. Like I said, it's My Econ. If you're curious on what it is, I'm just being upfront because it has definitely changed my life. It has clearly changed my life. So with that being said, hopefully you got some value from this video. I figured it would be pretty cool to show you guys, my finances, so you can see that the cash flow is really there. This has changed my life. Not only has it increased my income, but it also helped me increase my credit over 100 points, guys. 100 points in a 2-month span. And so it continues to go up. And so it's super exciting. And the fact that I have this education, this financial education, I also teach this to my kids. Like, there's a lot of power in creating, generational wealth, because if your kids know it at an early age, guess what? They continue to duplicate that. So that's where the excitement really is for me. So with that being said, like I said, if you got some value from this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Maybe throw me a comment down, let me know if you've seen value in this. And like I said, if this interests you, go ahead and click the link down below. It'll be down there, my phone number and everything you need to contact me. I am here to help you, okay? Increase your cash flow, your income, and all of those great things, all right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, my friend. Peace.